How many times have you sat down to study for hours, only to realize you remember basically nothing the next day? You watch your classmates who seem to pick up concepts instantly, or that one friend who can cram the night before and still ace the test. There's no such thing as being a slow learner, or you not being smart enough. There's only wrong and right strategy. And if you've been using the wrong strategies, like memorizing, cramming, watching endlessly, of course you're going to feel slow. Spare me a bit of your time, and I'm going to show you how to completely change the way you study, so you actually remember, understand, and feel confident walking into an exam. And by the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step system to study smarter, not harder, even if you've always felt behind. Let's start with why you feel like a slow learner. School never really taught us how to study. They just said, do your homework, review your notes, memorize for the test. That's like being told, go play basketball, without ever learning how to dribble or shoot. So you end up highlighting pages in neon like it's an art project, rereading chapters again and again, pulling all-nighters with 10 cups of coffee, and then, boom, you forget half of it. That's not because you're dumb. It's because those methods are terrible for memory. The human brain wasn't designed for cramming. It was designed for survival, problem-solving, and connection. If you've ever felt slow, chances are you were just using techniques that fight against how memory actually works. Here's mistake number 1. You study passively instead of actively. Passive studying is reading through your notes, listening to lectures, or highlighting entire chapters like you're trying to win an art contest. Active studying, on the other hand, is where the real magic happens. That's when you're doing something with the information, solving problems, testing yourself, or trying to explain it to someone else. Think about it. If you tried to learn how to ride a bike by just watching YouTube tutorials, you'd know what a pedal looks like. But the first time you get on, you're falling flat on your face. It's the same with learning. If you want to lock information in your brain, you've got to practice using it. So instead of spending all your energy passively reviewing, flip it around. Dedicate most of your study time, let's say 70%, to active work. Practice questions, summarizing in your own words, or teaching a concept to a friend. Your brain doesn't grow stronger by watching knowledge go by. It grows when you wrestle with it, even if it feels messy. Now let's talk about the single most effective technique you can add to your study routine: active recall. Here's the idea. Instead of reading the same paragraph over and over, close the book and try to remember what you just read, without peeking. Yes, it's uncomfortable. You'll forget pieces. But that mental effort is exactly what makes the memory stick. Think of it like learning to drive. You can read the driver's manual 100 times, but until you sit behind the wheel, start the engine, and actually steer through traffic, you won't really know how to drive. Every time you practice, make a small mistake, and adjust, you get better. So, how do you actually do this? Use flashcards, digital apps like Anki, or old-school index cards. Try the cover and recite trick. Read, cover your notes, then rewrite or say it back. Take timed practice tests, or explain the concept out loud like you're teaching it to your future self. The more you practice pulling information out of your memory, the faster you'll master it. Hours of active recall can beat days of passive rereading. Okay, let's talk about cramming. We've all done it. 6 hours straight the night before an exam. But your brain dumps most of it within 48 hours. That's where the spacing effect comes in. The spacing effect is a psychology principle demonstrating that learning is significantly enhanced when study or review sessions are spread out over time, rather than crammed together. You'll remember more if you study in short sessions over several days instead of one big binge. Example: instead of 6 hours of chemistry on Sunday, do 1 hour a day from Monday to Saturday. Each time you revisit the topic, your brain has to pull it out of long-term memory, and that's what strengthens it. Now let's talk about notes, because most people take notes like court reporters. Every word, every sentence, written down. But here's the trick. Good notes aren't about capturing everything. They're about organizing knowledge so your brain can find it again. 2 powerful methods. Cornell method: divide your page into notes, cues, and summary. Forces you to process and reframe what you learned. Mind mapping: draw connections instead of lists. Helps you see relationships, not just facts. And when you review notes, don't just reread them. Cover them up and test yourself. That's active recall again. Half the reason studying feels impossible is distractions. Your phone buzzes. TikTok calls your name. You convince yourself you can multitask. Spoiler, multitasking is BS. Your brain can't focus on two things deeply at the same time. So here's what to do. Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes focused, 5 minutes break. Environment control. Quiet room, no phone within reach, one tab only. Study ritual. Same desk, same setup. So your brain associates that space with focus mode. This way, when you study, you're actually studying, not half reading while scrolling. This one feels weird at first, but it's game-changing. Teach to learn. When you explain a concept, even just to your wall, you're forced to organize your thoughts. You quickly see what you understand versus what you don't. So, record yourself explaining a topic like you're making a YouTube video. Teach your pet, your sibling, or your mirror. Or write a one-page guide in your own words. If you can teach it simply, you know it deeply. Now let's add some turbo boosters for memory, like mnemonics. Create funny phrases or acronyms. The sillier, the stickier. Visualization. Turn abstract facts into images. Example, atoms are like Lego bricks, tiny pieces that can be put together to make anything. Storytelling. Chain facts into a narrative your brain loves to recall. Your brain wasn't designed to memorize random numbers, but it loves stories, visuals, and emotions. Here's the part most students ignore. Sleep. During sleep, your brain consolidates memories. It literally replays what you learned that day. So if you pull all-nighters, you're not a slow learner. You're just erasing your own progress. You can use tips like aiming for 7-9 hours of sleep before exams. Take short breaks every hour like walking or stretching. Don't study right up until bed. Wind down so your brain can process. Rest isn't wasted time. It's where your learning locks in. Finally, let's talk mindset. If you keep saying, "I'm bad at studying," your brain takes that as a command. But learning isn't fixed. It's trainable. Studying is a skill. The more you practice with the right methods, the better you get. So, let's recap. Active recall over passive review. Space your study sessions. Take smart notes. Control your focus and environment. Do practice problems. Teach to learn. Use memory hacks. Sleep and rest. And adopt a growth mindset. Follow any step from this video, and you'll be amazed how quickly your grades, your confidence, and your entire learning experience changes.